Good day, truth seekers from celestialmedium.com. Ancient Egypt, a land of pharaohs and pyramids, holds within its history tales of power, ambition, and intrigue. Among these stories, few are as captivating as that of Queen Hatshepsut, Egypt's female pharaoh. Born into royalty in 1507 BCE, Hatshepsut's life was destined for greatness. She was the daughter of Thutmose I, a powerful pharaoh of the 18th Dynasty, and his great royal wife, Queen Thutmose. Hatshepsut's childhood unfolded amidst the splendor and ceremony of the Egyptian court. She received an education befitting her royal status, likely learning about administration, the arts of leadership, and religion. From a young age, she would have been exposed to the intricacies of power and the expectations placed upon those born into the royal lineage. Her father, recognizing her intelligence and ambition, involved her in matters of state. This early exposure to the mechanisms of governance would prove invaluable when she later ascended to a position of unprecedented authority. Upon her father's death, Hatshepsut, still a young woman of 12, was married to her half-brother, Thutmose II, in accordance with Egyptian royal custom. This union solidified the dynastic line and placed Hatshepsut in the powerful position of great royal wife. However, Thutmose II's reign would be short. Sadly, he died when Hatshepsut was 12 years old, leaving Hatshepsut as regent for her young stepson, Thutmose III, the rightful heir to the throne, who was but an infant at the time. Initially, Hatshepsut ruled as regent, while Thutmose III was slowly groomed as pharaoh. However, as time passed, her influence and authority grew. 7 years later, she began to take on the full pharaoh regalia, wearing the traditional male headdress and even adopting the ceremonial false beard. The reasons for Hatshepsut's transition from regent to pharaoh are debated by historians. Some scholars suggest she acted out of ambition, seizing an opportunity to rule in her own right. Others propose that she saw herself as the protector of her stepson's throne, ensuring stability during his minority. Whatever the reasons, Hatshepsut's assumption of full pharaonic power marked a pivotal moment in Egyptian history. Around 7 years after assuming the regency, Hatshepsut formally took the throne as Pharaoh of Egypt. Her coronation was a grand affair, legitimized by the priests of Amun, the most powerful god of the time. According to inscriptions, Amun himself chose Hatshepsut to rule, proclaiming her as his divine daughter. Hatshepsut's reign, unlike that of any woman before her, was not presented as a temporary anomaly. She was crowned as a true pharaoh, her rule sanctioned by the gods and the weight of tradition. She adopted the full titulary of a king, including the 5 royal names. Her reign was recorded in official annals alongside those of her male predecessors. With her authority firmly established, Hatshepsut embarked on a period of ambitious building projects and expansion of trade during her mostly peaceful reign. One of her most celebrated achievements was the expedition to the land of Punt, located along the coast of the Red Sea, which is modern-day Somalia. The expedition, documented in intricate reliefs on the walls of her mortuary temple at Deir el-Bahri, brought back exotic goods, including gold, incense, ebony, and live myrrh trees. This successful venture not only enriched Egypt's coffers, but also solidified Hatshepsut's image as a skilled diplomat and a powerful ruler capable of commanding respect from distant lands. The expedition to Punt stands as a testament to Hatshepsut's vision and leadership, highlighting her focus on economic prosperity and international influence. Beyond trade, Hatshepsut left an indelible mark on Egypt through her ambitious building projects. She commissioned temples, obelisks, and shrines throughout the land, many of them surpassing in scale and grandeur to those of her predecessors. Her most celebrated architectural achievement is the Temple of Deir el-Bahri, a magnificent structure built into the cliffs on the west bank of the Nile. Designed by her royal architect Senenmut, the temple is a masterpiece of ancient Egyptian architecture. Its terraces, colonnades, and sanctuaries are harmoniously integrated into the natural landscape. The temple was not only a place of worship dedicated to the god Amun, but also a monument to Hatshepsut's reign. Its walls are adorned with reliefs depicting her accomplishments and legitimizing her rule. Hatshepsut's reign was prosperous and peaceful. However, it was not without its challenges. Ruling in a society where power was traditionally vested in men, she employed a number of strategies to legitimize her authority. She emphasized her royal lineage, portraying herself as the rightful heir to her father, Thutmose I. She also cultivated a strong relationship with the priesthood, ensuring their support by honoring the gods and lavishing wealth on their temples. Despite her successful reign and the efforts she took to solidify her legacy, Hatshepsut's name was almost erased from history. Years after her death, her successor, Thutmose III, ordered the removal of her images and inscriptions from monuments and temples. Statues were toppled, reliefs defaced, and her name chiseled out from official records. The reasons behind the systematic attempt to erase Hatshepsut from history remain shrouded in mystery. Some historians speculate that Thutmose III, having been sidelined for a significant portion of his reign, harbored resentment towards his stepmother. Others suggest that it was a political move aimed at securing his own lineage and erasing the unprecedented rule of a female pharaoh. For centuries, Hatshepsut's story remained largely unknown, her legacy buried beneath the sands of time. However, in the 19th century, with the burgeoning field of Egyptology, her story began to re-emerge, piecing together fragments of evidence from damaged monuments and deciphered inscriptions. Scholars began to reconstruct the reign of the female pharaoh. The discovery of her mortuary temple at Deir el-Bahri, with its well-preserved reliefs and inscriptions, shed crucial light on her magnificent reign. They revealed her accomplishments and the strategies she employed to legitimize her rule. Her story, once silenced, was gradually brought back to light, captivating the imagination of scholars and the public alike. In the 21st century, Hatshepsut's story continues to fascinate. Advances in technology, such as DNA analysis, have allowed researchers to confirm the identity of her mummy, discovered in a nondescript tomb in the Valley of the Kings in 1903. The discovery, announced in 2007, provided further evidence of her existence and reign, solidifying her place in history. Now, what I am going to say may shock many of you. However, my beliefs are my own. I am a spiritual medium who has personal experience with past life regressions. A few months ago, I was meditating, and it came to me that Oprah Winfrey is in fact Hatshepsut reincarnated. I thought, wow, that's interesting, but I dismissed it. At that point in my spiritual practice, I had heard of the queen, but had no knowledge or recollection of her story beyond knowing that she was an Egyptian queen. A few weeks ago, I was in meditation, and Ma'at, goddess of order, came to me. She has come to me before. She said that Oprah Winfrey was Hatshepsut. She said to me that I should say this to the world. Conflicted as to whether I should do this, I prayed and went back into my own past life experiences and regressions in Egypt. I have known for quite some time that in multiple lives, I was a priest and healer in Kemet, now called ancient Egypt. However, after delving deeper, I realized that I lived a life wherein Hatshepsut reigned in my past incarnation. It is my opinion that from Hatshepsut to Oprah Winfrey, her eyes have not changed. The eyes are truly a window into the soul. Hatshepsut's reign, though unconventional for her time, stands as a testament to the capabilities of women in positions of power. Her story, once erased and forgotten, has been reclaimed and celebrated, serving as an inspiration to many. Hatshepsut, the female pharaoh, remains an enigma. Her motivations and the reasons behind her erasure are still debated. However, her legacy as a powerful, ambitious, and successful ruler continues to resonate, securing her place as one of the most remarkable figures in ancient Egyptian history. This concludes our time together. Until next time, keep searching and growing. Visit us at celestialmedium.com. Namaste.